I'm Indy Neidell.
And I'm Spartacus.
And this is a TimeGhost public service announcement. Now, we are under lockdown in Bavaria. I've been here for nearly 2 weeks, and I will not be able to get back to Sweden until at least Wednesday.
So we've had some time on our hands, and since Indy won't likely be able to return here to film for at least a couple of months, we've been using that time to create content so that the TimeGhost well doesn't run dry during the global crisis. Now, we'd be lying if we didn't say that the financial effects of the pandemic make us a little nervous.
Well, that's true, actually. We have a lot of stuff planned for this year, and that is not fully financed, of course. But thanks to your continued participation in the TimeGhost Army, we are able to go on. Our short-term goal right now is to make sure that we keep putting out content all through the crisis.
Especially since we know that many of you are now at home and in need of some quality distraction.
And you know what quality distraction is not more quality distracting than some past catastrophes instead of present challenges, huh?
Absolutely. So we've made contingency plans to make sure that our series continue coming out, like setting up a way for Indy to shoot from Sweden if he gets stuck there.
Like here.
Later on, yeah.
And while I'm still here, this extra time we've shot a bunch of extra World War II episodes. We shot a bunch of specials. We've shot the entire Indonesian War of Independence miniseries.
But we've also shot something else.
See, when the three of us, me, Sparty, and Astrid, who's running the camera, started TimeGhost in 2017, the first thing we did was the Cuban Missile Crisis. And it was great. But it did have some flaws. For one, we could not release the 13 episodes that each covered one day of the crisis in a daily format so you could follow the crisis in real time. I mean, it was just the three of us then. We were doing everything. We were doing the writing, we were doing the filming, the editing, and I was still doing the Great War at the same time.
Yeah, and we just didn't have the equipment, the editing and sound capacity, and above all, we did not have the Screen Ocean archive of film that we have now. So we ended up with a lot of public domain material, and in some cases, there was film material, but we were just not allowed to use it.
And since that was such an old project, we also didn't have the number of fans that we have now, so it didn't have nearly the views of like Between Two Wars. I mean, it got, in some cases, like 10% of the views that like a Between Two Wars episode.
Yeah, and since it's now buried far down in the archives, we thought, why not redo it?
Yeah, I mean, as long as I'm here anyhow, why not edit the scripts a bit, reshoot it, make it gorgeous, and release it as day-to-day coverage like we wanted to do in the first place. If you are in quarantine at home, you will have plenty of stuff from us to watch.
Yep, and we actually filmed it here in Anna's room.
This is Anna's room, yep.
This is where she grew up.
Yeah.
Now she's at her own home in quarantine 40 minutes from here in Munich, but can't come here to us, her parents' house.
So thank you, Anna. I've enjoyed going through all of your stuff. Well, she's got a lot of stuff. Okay, that's it for now. This was just a wee announcement from TimeGhost, the home of finger guns. Yeah, finger guns. All right. Okay, now before you stop the camera, I'll tell that joke that you wanted me to tell for Mimo, okay? So you can cut this out and send it to him, all right?
Yeah.
Okay, there's this guy and he's got severe symptoms of what they thinks is COVID19. So he goes to the hospital and he's got breathing problems and stuff. So they lie him down, they put a little mask on him and stuff. And the hospital is pretty full. So he's there for, 3-4 days, And after a few days, a young nurse comes in. She's going to give him like a partial sponge bath because he's been lying there, for all this time. And she comes in and he says to her, nurse, are my testicles black? And she says, excuse me? She goes, yeah, are my testicles black? Do you know? He's got pants on, She's like, I don't know. I don't know. But look, I'm just here to give you a sponge bath, just a partial sponge bath, like legs and your top. And she takes off his shirt and she's, sponge bathing him. And he's like, can you find out? I mean, can I find out? Yes, can you find out if my testicles are black? And she's like, looks around, as you would, and nobody's paying attention. So she lifts up his thing and moves things out of the way. She says, "Sir, everything looks, perfectly normal down there." And he goes, "Are my test results back?" Hey,
that was
finger guns.
That was especially for Mimo.
Especially for Mimo.